It's Wednesday, September 11th. You're listening to Your Florida Daily. I'm Katrina Scales. A rumor posted to a Facebook group in Ohio is firing up the Haitian community in Florida, with activists pointing the finger at Republican politicians for spreading fake news. The sensational post claims that a Haitian immigrant was preparing to eat a lost cat in a Springfield, Ohio neighborhood. That story quickly spread online, drawing condemnation and concern, despite local authorities saying they've had no reports of pets being stolen or harmed. The rumor was picked up by Republican vice presidential candidate and Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, who amplified the false narrative by posting on X, accusing immigrants of abducting and eating pets. And then last night,
for years, they wanted to get it out of Congress and out
it was picked up by former President Donald Trump on the debate stage.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in, they're eating the cats.
Ronald Surin, president of the Haitian American Democratic Club of Broward County, says the false narrative is being exploited to spark fear.
It's absolutely outrageously offensive to demonstrate that immigrants are an impediment to this country. They just use it.
Springfield, Ohio has a disproportionately large Haitian population, many of which are living in the U.S. on temporary protected status visas due to the poor conditions in the Caribbean nation. A fight over Florida's new law banning the production and sale of so-called lab-grown meat is headed to the courtroom. Next month, a federal judge will hear arguments about whether the law is constitutional. A company called Upside Foods filed a lawsuit earlier this year asking the courts to block the law. They argue that cultivated meat is tested and safe. Paul Sherman is the attorney representing Upside Foods.
The states simply do not have the power to wall themselves off from products that have been approved by the USDA and the FDA. And if consumers don't like the idea of cultivated meat, there's a simple solution. They don't have to eat it.
Cultivated meat is made by taking a small number of cells from animals and growing them in a controlled setting to make food. The state has argued that food is experimental. And a year after the worst bleaching event ever recorded, the coral reefs off the Florida coast are slowly recovering. Even with elevated ocean temperatures, scientists say this summer they didn't see significant bleaching. Last summer, record ocean temperatures fueled by an El Niño climate pattern sparked a global coral bleaching event. Down in the Florida Keys, there was widespread bleaching and many corals died, decimating entire reefs. Because of storms and many days with significant cloud cover, water temperatures in Florida over the last several weeks were well under what was seen last year, says the Coral Restoration Foundation. That group is one of several that mounted a rescue operation last year to preserve genotypes of endangered coral species. Some have spawned in nurseries and will be replanted into reefs later this year. Find these top stories along with breaking news, weather, and traffic all day on clickorlando.com. And now, a completely random Florida fact. Franklin County in the Panhandle is named after Benjamin Franklin, the printer, inventor, and statesman. The county was created in 1832, but more than 300 years earlier, Spanish explorer Panfilo de Narvaez visited the area near what's now Apalachicola. In 1945, Dr. John Gorey of Apalachicola built the very first ice-making machine. Your Florida Daily is produced by News 6 WKMG in Orlando. I'm Katrina Scales. Subscribe for new episodes wherever you like to listen.